Another comment that I saw was someone had a problem with microphones just being out in the mic closet. The pictures I had posted up for that mic closet story, those were from Sigma Sound Studios. And if you know anything about Sigma, that place ran day in, day out, all the time. You had to book time 6 months ahead of time just to get time. And a lot of people would do that without a project just to get going. So those microphones didn't sit in that closet that long. They were just there more for organization. They were put there so people could count them and make sure everything was still there. And then they didn't sit long. But I understand the person's. He was saying it makes him cringe that they don't have a Ziploc bag over. But I mean, it'd be nice to put them right back into their cases. And most studios I see they put their microphones back into their cases. The ones that they leave out, maybe put over some kind of a cover. And that does make sense if you can do that. But if you're like Sigma, they didn't have barely time to breathe. And they had techs there all the time. There was watching things to make sure and testing things to make sure that they all worked up to the performance. I remember talking to somebody that was at Abbey Road Studios, and they were telling me that all their microphones and all their gear is constantly being tested to make sure it's all up to spec. So there is no problems with anything, and they just have a whole division for just taking care of that. And that's one of the things today. I don't know if there's budgets to afford to have a tech department in your studio. Most studios used to have that, just a department. They had workbenches and all the test gear and all that. So anything that goes wrong, it goes in there. It gets looked at, repaired. And if it's not being looked at or repaired, they're monitoring things to make sure they're up to spec, because that's part of owning a studio, is making sure everything works properly. But I understand what the person was saying about putting covers on microphones when you can. And I guess the key word is when you can. So just wanted to respond to that.